I don't raise money. Don't write note, please, sir, can you raise money? That will be the end of my coming there. It's not a game. If I'm led to, I will. But that's not the purpose of inviting me. That's how they believe in you too much. If you tell them to give, they will just give. Please, can. It was Pastor Ken and one of our guys. I went to Camp of, okay, Pastor Norbert, you went with me. Camp of Faith to minister. Big men. They came into the hotel and said, the first time you came, you wasted the fire. That's what they told me. That the first time they brought me, I wasted fire. So this time around, that I need to raise like 1 million. That if I start, I should call 50,000. They looked at themselves. They said, hey, up to 5 persons. Yeah, this person can give 50,000. And the other person said, hey, from 50,000, after that you call 20,000. After that you call 10,000. So, and these are far older than me. Far. Yeah, sit up. Sit up. Let's make Jesus proud. Sit up. The nations, the scripture he read in opening prayer, he said 10 nations as he read it, God said to me, fine, that's the next prayer. We have people who travel down from nations for OAV. Somebody came in from Zimbabwe. Somebody came in from Ghana. Somebody came in from Canada. The nations are coming. And when they come, you don't start begging them for dollars because you heard they came from Canada. Let's rise and make Jesus proud in this territory. The last thing I'll talk, my time is already up. It's called the temptation of immorality. 5th or 6th one is the temptation of bitterness or unhealthy competition. 2 Corinthians 10 verse 12. Bitterness or unhealthy competition. 2 Corinthians 10. For we dare not make ourselves of the number or compare ourselves with some that commend themselves. But they, measuring themselves by themselves and comparing themselves among themselves, are not wise. Imagine young Gito comparing himself with somebody that has a church of 50,000. When he was said, God ordained that he will pastor 1 million souls. So you are not wise. Stop competing with anybody. Stay on your lane. It's too early to know who is first. And how earth counts success is not how heaven counts success. The success of heaven is that you stayed on your purpose. If God called you to pastor 200, pastor it faithfully. If God called you to pray for a headache, be faithful in the headache. Just be dealing with headache. When he confirms your faithfulness, he can add toothache. As he confirms your faithfulness, he can add stomach. Be comfortable where God has placed you. Stop the competition. Some programs you are doing is not God inspired, it's envy inspired. How can that small boy be on the radio? We go there. I was on air for how many times? How many months? I didn't pay 1 naira. If somebody in church that said he heard my message on Telegram and took it up, I was the one that said stop. I didn't pay. So you now carry your house rent. It's not like you see me wearing clothes now. All I'm wearing was shoe. I didn't buy. So imagine you're now competing with me. Anything pastor so I will sow. Competition. Drop the competition. Drop the competition. Face your front. Don't be busy. Keep doing what God told you to do. Celebrate what God is doing with other people, but be okay with yourself. Appreciate them, love them, pray for them. One major way to deal with bitterness and envy and offense is to pray for somebody. Anybody you genuinely pray for, you will not be bitter with the person. Anybody you also see your heart is beginning to envy, start praying for the person, the envy will die. Nobody in this city I envy. Not one. I walk in there with smile. I look at what God is saying. I thank God for them. And I move on with my life. Do the same in business. And the last one I need to touch is what I mentioned, immorality. There is nothing that will mess this last army up like immorality. There is nothing killing our city. All the potentials to rise as a city is here. Do you know what it means to have over 6 universities in one state? But before they graduate, sex collected the certificate in 2nd year. So they are living of favor, empty of grace, empty of idea. What collected is sex. House of the widow. And the widow was feeding him. And they said the way of to a man's heart is through his stomach. How did God trust a widow with a prophet? That my soul thirsts for you. My flesh. So you ask God for that grace for fasting. That grace for desperation. That's what makes you not to see nonsense. You are too desperate for your calling that there is no distraction. Tonight, God's servant will soon be here.